Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you had a great weekend. Today I want to start a little different, and that's right with the running P&L chart, and that's what you see right now on the screen. I was thinking today a lot about the whole stop trading after you have one really good front side run, and I was just going through some stats, and I was writing the Discord as well. What I want to do within the next few weeks, I'd probably say 4 to 6 weeks. I don't think we can get this through the pipeline right away, but I want to have a statistic kind of calculator that you can plug in and say, if I'm up, let's say 5% on the day, would I make more money after pre-market trading if I kept on trading? Because lately I feel like, well, not lately, I've been feeling like this way for months, and we've had many videos, many polls even about this, where basically, is it better just to snag your one front side move? And if you're kind of up over 5% for the day, well, not kind of up, if you're up over 5% for the day, take your profits and walk away, because so many times I'll keep trading for another 2 hours and I either end the day red or I've just given back profits off the top. And going through September stats here, and also you rewind a little bit, because it's important to note summer trading is much more difficult and slower, while fall, winter, spring trading has a lot more momentum, and you can make more money the longer you trade. I feel like with summer trading, there's so many fake outs and false breakouts and just a lack of follow through, that over trading is you're very susceptible. You're very susceptible to over trading and just giving back profits, as opposed to over trading and more continuation happening throughout the day, which we'll see if that happens with RCAT today, because that's the hot ticker. But yeah, slower markets, more chances for giving back profits because of lack of follow through. But hot markets, over trading, you can potentially make more money. But the problem is, more time, more screen times, which is great if you're learning to trade or you're maybe testing out new strategies or so on and so forth. But at a certain point, I think more screen time necessarily isn't a good thing, as it kind of takes away from, mental clarity and just chill. Once I'm start looking at the charts for 3-4 hours straight, I feel I'm just mentally, I'm not there anymore, and I'm more prone to making mistakes. So how does this all tie in with the statistics that we're looking at right now? Well, knowing that, okay, so let's say I do a pre-market trading session, I'm up over 5%, which is roughly like $600 right now, maybe $700 on my bigger size days. So let's say I'm up $700. Now, if I basically slow down and walk away for a little bit and then wait for another hot front side, technically I should be able to do that same thing again and then walk away, $1,400-$1,500 on the day. But you'll see here, it's very rare where I have something like this. Well, my mouse is in the way actually here now. But check out this on the 8th. I got to move my mouse. But on the 8th, we have a front side move. Actually, hold on. I could do this paint thing. Yeah, let's do this. So, okay, on the 8th, we have this first front side move, and then a little bit of consolidation where we don't really get too much trading in, and then we have that second front side move, and then we walk away with $1,500 profit. This was a nice big check mark on that. If you make that initial front side move, and then you walk away and then you maybe trade another front side move, you can kind of double your profit. So that's basically that theory in a nutshell, if I keep on trading. Now, but there's so many times where, let's say I make money, like last Friday was a perfect example. We were up, this was about $800 right here. So this was the first front side move. I kept on trading chop, and then I waited around for another, market open, and then I lost money. So this is like the most devastating thing, because it's like more work, less profits, more frustration, right? It's these are my favorite, where I basically trade a front side and I walk away. There's really nothing better than making your money and then logging off. And then there's really nothing worse than making your money and then giving it all back. And that's really Friday in a nutshell. We were up I think it was like $600, $700, $800. And then I traded for another 2 hours and I just went ahead and lost money. And today was literally the same thing, and it's a little bit frustrating. That's why I want to come out with the statistics, so I can figure out, if I stop trading when I'm up 5% pre-market, how much more money do I make when I continue trading the rest of the day? Is it worth it? And I would say if I'm only up 1 or 2%, I don't think it's worth it, because I would probably rather have more off time than those 1-2%. Everyone's going to be different there, but that's my current attitude on the situation. Obviously, there's those certain days where you just feel the energy in the market, and then probably, continuing trading those days, as long as you feel like you're on fire, would probably be worth it. But if you're just kind of hanging around and, waiting for something to happen, I don't really think that would be the case. So let's go ahead, talk about the trades today, and keep this theory in mind that we were talking about. So I'm up slightly today, $170, but again, I was up, I think it was like $700-800 today. Classic, being up 5-6% on the day. And then I proceeded to give it all back on RCAT. I was down on this one like $400 at one point, and then I made it back again. And now I'm kind of ending it here. So let's go through all these tickers, and we'll end with RCAT. Okay, like I said, let's start with BBIG. Now this ticker, I gotta say, I drew a circle here to remind myself. I think I even had an alert here that went off to buy this one at 5.5, and I totally snoozed on that. And look at this perfect 40% bounce that we could have just absolutely milked. That was a little upsetting that I didn't go ahead and play this one. This has been a multi-month runner, and just an absolutely beautiful move. Kind of reminds me a little bit of QS in terms of formed a little bit of a support zone, and then we traded this one on that first green day, bought the pullback, and we're riding up. We could talk about QS right at the end a little bit. I'm still holding this ticker, and it's doing really, really well. So coming back to BBIG, we kind of formed a support zone. And then we had that big breakout, and now we're kind of pulling back to this support zone. Had a 50% pullback roughly from the highs, and that's something we've seen before. This was a little bit stronger one, like a 60% pullback, but roughly the same, because this one was like 56 or something like that, 54. So I like that, bottom bounce. For day trading, I wasn't really that interested on it. This would have been like an overnight swing trade. So I'll just really quickly review this one. We had a big sell-off here. I kind of try to buy this, dip on it and sell at the 9 EMA. It was a total joke, and I honestly don't even know why I did that. I think I had a little bit of, I was bored and had some FOMO because I just gave back some profit. So and I gave back some more with BBIG. Horrible trade. Whatever you saw there, just do the opposite. Just don't trade those kind of sell-offs. Okay, CEI. Let's go to this one. This ticker is actually pretty good, and part of me kind of regrets not trading it a little bit more, but I was so focused on RCAT, so I don't know. It is what it is. Good little front side move here, though. CEI is a ticker we've seen many times in the past. It's been on a very aggressive front side move. Probably has some good upside till about 3. I won't dive into the stats too much because that's not at all relevant to why I was trading it. Let's remove this and talk about this trade here a little bit. Basically, again, RCAT was a bit of a disaster at the open, so I was kind of searching the markets for anything, searching the gappers for any sort of move. We had a bit of a failed breakout on CEI, but then we had some big support on VWAP. We busted right back up here, so I started buying this pullback, was looking for a little bit of continuation here, but we didn't get it, and closed out this trade, ultimately taking a small loss on CEI. Kind of unfortunate, and I don't know, there's some opportunities on CEI, I guess. Maybe trading a real front side breakout, something like this on it would have been a little bit better. So that was this move here. That was about a 3% move. Oh, so small. And then we had this move, which was about, another 2.5 move. So I don't know. CEI probably would have been better just to really buy into any sort of longer term support zones, but I don't know, not too much action. Really, the big thing here, and look at this, dollar volume, $626 million being traded on RCAT. This is really the action ticker, the ticker you could have really milked, and you could see honestly how much disaster. This is pure revenge and emotion trading here. This is. I got to say I'm a little disappointed in myself. This is probably as hectic as it gets. So yeah, okay, let's review this ticker. Let's first go to the daily. It is a Monday after all, so maybe I gunned it a little bit too much here on a Monday, but market cap, 200 million market cap. So kind of on the lower small cap side, maybe a little bit higher market cap than we're used to, or than is ideal. 50 million shares outstanding. That's also pretty okay. Electronic equipment instruments company. I'm actually not even sure what the catalyst was on it because, again, that's not really why I trade stocks. I don't really care. As long as there is a catalyst, I'm pretty happy. But let's see. It's trading significantly higher Monday after the company announced its subsidiary Skypersonic Inc. won a 5-year NASA contract. The NASA contract. NASA contract. We were talking about that a little bit in the Discord. Small company, larger contract win. Always one of my favorite catalysts. And That's probably also why I'm a little bit disappointed we didn't see more of a mover on this one today, only up 60% right now. But let me just dive into how I traded this one, because it's a little hectic. First, we have these two candles that make a really, really strong move, and I think right away it's interesting for me. This is like 7 a.m. perfect, right? This is right when pre-market opens. We didn't really have other gappers besides PALT and SEEL. Actually, that came in a little bit later, and there was another one, something also with a PHCF. Those were really the two gappers today that just had no volume and totally underperformed. So when I saw RCAT popping up, I was like, okay, let's get aggressive on this ticker. Let's not let it escape us. So I started buying here into the breakouts, but you could see I closed, took profits really quickly, and in the second time, this is really where I could have had a huge winner on the day, and I had a pretty decent winner, but I'm talking about I could have had a massive winner. I buy in this pullback, start accumulating here. We get a huge breakout, and I'm up like 9%, 10% almost on this one. I had perfect entry, and I was waiting for more of a continuation. Instead of taking profits, I start buying into this one, which is exactly my strategy. So again, not a bad idea. Then it pulls back kind of aggressively. And then finally we crawl back up here a little bit, and there was so many sellers on that pullback. It spooked me out, and I sold like right around here at 329. So I basically made that initial profit, but then this ticker kind of zooms up here, and this is where my FOMO kicks in, and I basically just start scalping it. But at this point, I'm not making any sort of headway. I'm just small win here, maybe give it back a little bit of profit, and it just becomes kind of messy. And that's pretty much what I keep on doing all in this area. I'm just like constantly looking for that next pop that I kind of missed or kind of played wrong back here. Either way, at this point when I should have walked away, I traded one trade too many on this one. I was up, I don't know, somewhere like $700 on RCAT at this point, give or take $100. And this size, I was like, okay, boom, look, we had some big volume coming in. We're having a pullback. We have, room to run till 4. Same with the daily. I thought, this is when we were still like right in this area at like 3.7, right? So I was like, okay, we got room to run to 4. So I was really piling in the size, hoping we get that one last pop to the upside. This could have put me up on the day $1,500 or so. Instead, my biggest size of the day, it basically sells off, breaks, and I sell at the perfect low. There's a little bit of bounce here, but after that, we're no longer on a front side move. So just like that on the day, I was red, and I was like, I just gave back all my profits from pre-market. So this was a little bit annoying. It's hard to say how I should have done it. I think I had a little bit of extra FOMO from missing this move. I don't necessarily regret the way I traded, because you got to trade to make money. You don't make money not trading, and sometimes you have to risk it. But I think my size here was a little bit big. What I was saying in the Discord is, if I should be getting this aggressive early on as well. I should be trading these the initial front size move just as aggressive as these late front side moves, because there's much less risk. And sometimes, you have to warm up a little bit. That's probably the only thing that's kind of like where what I should have done differently is just get more aggressive early on. Not necessarily buy big size right away, but be willing to hold a little bit longer. Be willing to let see what happens. I mean, we still have a lot of upside potential at this point, but at this point we don't have that much upside potential, right? So just give it a little bit of room to run. Take a breather, basically. And then let's see what happens here. A lot of scratch trading. This is just not really good. I thought we were going to be back on our front side. Doesn't really last. The open was just super, super hectic. Actually gave back quite a bit of profit on this one. I think this was my biggest loss percentage-wise in a really long time. I bought into the breakout here, but only with 1,000 shares, and I ended up selling almost at the perfect low. So I had like a 9% loss on this one. You can see here I entered at $4, so near the highs here, and I sold right here at 3.7. So that was a 30 cents a share, like a 29.3 or something cents a share loss. This was a big loss. Gave him back profits again, and small move to the upside here. And then just so much hectic trading here. Oh God, it was an absolute disaster. Actually, one of my better trades here in this area was when we had a break back higher, and I remembered that this ticker sometimes likes to pull back extra hard before it pops. And that's actually why I entered right here, and I got the majority of this move. This was probably one of my better trades on the day, but yeah, I don't know. Tough Monday, This was a Monday where I was up a pretty decent amount, and I was down a pretty decent amount, and I was just constantly like, one step forward, one step back all day today. So that was a little bit annoying. I guess I'm happy that the fact that I'm just ending the day green. Obviously more of a scratch day. It's not like, it doesn't really feel like a win kind of day, but it's probably as much as that I can ask for. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. Do you guys have any theories on this trading that I was just talking about with the running P&L? How do you guys go about these things? Another nice little front side move here, nice front side move here. There's nothing like taking those profits first thing in the morning and then kind of walking away and just ending the day early. Obviously, you're potentially missing out on a lot of profits later on, and that's why I'm kind of saying if it's a really, really hot day, a hot market, then it might be worth gunning it. But otherwise, sticking around, it's really frustrating just constantly giving back profits and trading longer. But so yeah, it's one of those debates. I think in the next 3 or 4 months we'll have more of a concrete answer. But I constantly have to tug of war with myself a little bit when it comes to improving your trading strategy or pivoting a little bit here and there. The best is not to really make any drastic changes. When I change my trading strategy or make adaptations or make new rules, it's months in the working. It's where I'm constantly analyzing, does it make sense? And I'm reviewing my statistics. So I think for this one, I need to come out with new statistics that I can better analyze this decision. So if you're not new, definitely consider subscribing because we are going to get to the bottom of this topic at one point. Just quickly wrapping up here, let's go to the IRA account, check out QS. We're up around 3,000 on this one, 2.9 thousand. So where do I want to see this one go? I obviously want to see a breakout past 30 and then a run into this critical area here at $35. That would be really ideal. One part I might end up closing or taking some profits off the table is around 32. So that's a bit of a zone I'm watching as well. I would probably be watching the intraday action at that point once we're that high. And then SOFI, my second biggest swing trade right now in my IRA account, is reaching a lot of resistance right here at 17.18. I have no attitude to sell this one at the moment. I want to see how it holds here and then ideally see it pop past 17 running towards 18. Running towards 20 and going from there. So SOFI and QS are my two big swing trades. I really like the risk reward on these two tickers, and I don't think the front side move is over yet. Obviously anything could happen and who knows, we might have to stop at one point, but for now I really like the front side, and we're just going to keep riding it. So you guys, that's all for now. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. It's the easiest way to support the channel. Like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.